It's like freezing for me or buffering or something. It's weird on my iPad. But maybe that's just me. Like maybe that's just maybe my connection is bad or something. I don't know. So it's hard to really tell. Oh, but let me actually get some audio going. Okay, so there should be game audio right now, right? I can wait for it while I put the password in. All right, so I'm just going to start out with some Castlevania II. Although DJ Sarugi, since you're the first one here, if you want to request anything, go right ahead, and I could always play something different. But thought I would try to get a little further in Castlevania 2. Ooh, what's this? Is my controller broken? The up direction's not working? Hold on, let me check my my keybinds. Maybe something is fucked up. Hopefully that's the case. Yeah, it was fucked up. Okay. That would explain that. I'm glad the controller's not broken. Okay. MLIW. I do hear game audio. It's taking a long time to load in my iPad. I'm hoping that's just because of I mean, I guess it's because this internet problems or something, or maybe it's just the iPad being terrible. That's probably what it is. Anyway, the game audio seems fine. I think. I think that seems like a good balance. Oh, hey, Agnes Murphy is hosting me. Hey, Agnes Murphy, how are you doing? What's up? Thanks for the host. Good to see you. How are you doing? So you said the stream died for a second? So it went down for a second time? Well, maybe it's not. Didn't seem to die on my end. You think the sound is fine? Thank you. Well, hopefully I'm not going to have a lot of technical difficulties tonight. I don't want tonight to be another technical difficulty extravaganza. Hopefully things will work. The internet's been kind of spotty for me tonight. I don't know why. Oh, this is Castlevania II for the NES. Classic game. One of the 3 classic Castlevania games. I need to remember where I am. Okay, I've got the second body part. So that's 1 out of 5 I need to collect. I need to go back to the first mansion. It was just still down for you? Oh, okay. Well, hopefully it didn't go down again, because that would be disheartening. You plan to play that in October? Oh, cool. Well, hey, you can get a little taste of it then, of what you're in store for. It's a great game. It has a few minor flaws. It can be difficult to figure out what to do. There's some clues that are pretty obscure, and there's some things you need to figure out that are not really well explained in the game. Couple things. But still, really fun game. Really great. Great soundtrack. Looks great. Fun to play. One of the earlier, like, exploration type games of this type. So, also, aside from like not necessarily knowing where to go, fairly easy game as well. So if you need a break from super difficult games, this is a good choice. As you can see, I'm dying. Doesn't really matter though, because I don't really need the hearts for anything. Oh, I actually have a stake still, so I really don't need hearts for a while. There's no real penalty for death in this game, which is very unusual for an NES game. If you can die all you want, you can get a game over, and you'll always just start back exactly where you left off. The only penalty is that you'll lose all your experience and your currently collected experience in hearts. The experience is not really that important. Hearts are important if you need to save up to buy an upgrade, but at a certain point you won't need to do that anymore. So, overall, the penalties for death, very, very light for a Castlevania game. Which is something that I think is not ideal about this game, but still, it's still fun. You just finished Ninja Gaiden for NES the other day. Wow, I'm sorry I couldn't be there for that. I guess I... You know, I haven't really been seeing... You know, to tell you the truth, I haven't really been home a lot, so I haven't been able to watch a lot of streams, but when I am home, I haven't really noticed you streaming. So maybe I'm just, like, online at different times or something. Okay, so this is one of the little puzzles of the game. You've got to have a crystal here in order to see this platform. This one is actually pretty well explained. There's a clue that obviously just tells you about this at some point. So you finished, yeah, 62. So you finished Ninja Gaiden, huh? Wow, that's, how long did that take you? That must have taken you like a while, huh? Oh, your Photoshop is covering up chat, DZShugi? No worries. You know, just chime in whenever you feel like it. So, DZShugi says Ninja Gaiden is much harder than Castlevania, at least until you get to the Super Nintendo version. Well, that's probably true. If you're talking specifically about the first Ninja Gaiden, and if you're comparing them to if you're comparing that to the first Castlevania, I would agree. I think that Castlevania 3, the American version, is harder than Castlevania 1 or 2 for the NES. I think it's really close with Castlevania 3. Like I mean, in general, I would say the Ninja Gaiden games are harder, but Castlevania 3 is up there with them. Oops. I knew there was a false floor there somewhere. I just forgot where. You save states, but it took you like 12 hours. Oh, you save states, huh? Oh, well. So... Do you mean that you use save states to practice, or did you use save states to kind of cheat your way through the game? Like, did you use save states to practice, and then did you come back to it legit, or did you just kind of use save states just to sort of get through it? Well, I mean, to actually beat the game legit would take a lot of time for most people. I mean, even a really good gamer is going to take probably at least 10 hours getting through Ninja Gaiden 1 without any sort of cheating or tool-assisted help, you know, just playing through the game, and like 7 of those hours are going to be spent just learning stage 6. One person, yeah, one person I saw, I was watching somebody blind play through it, and it took them 9 hours to play through the game blind, and that was like a good, accomplished speedrunner, so somebody who's good at games. This guy over here, he sells oak steaks, but I already have one, so I don't need to actually buy it. Yeah. There it is in my inventory down there. See, that's it. So, but ordinarily I would have to save up 50 hearts, which I actually have right now, so I could buy it if I needed to, but I don't. Sort of, you didn't save it every minute, but at least at the end of every level, I did cheat for the final bosses. Yeah, that definitely makes it a lot easier. You know, I mean, hey, maybe someday, you know, oh, that was a big mistake. I should have known that would be there. So I just fell like down to the beginning of the level. I gotta play through it again, but no big deal. A lot of invisible floors here. You have to use the holy water to, like, I mean, besides holy, you have to use the holy water. The holy water will show you where. Of course, using it on every piece of floor is monotonous, but having a sense of the map in your head as well as intuition can also help. But I should have known that was there just from memory. I forgot. Anyway, I'll just go back. It's not that long. Yeah, so Ninja Gaiden 1. Yeah, you know, I hope that sometime you might try to go back through it legit, you know? If you actually use just save states to practice those bosses, and there's some tricks you can use as well, which is going to make it a lot more doable. If you know the power-ups, the jump and slash power-up, that's the blue S that lets you do the little swirly slash in the air. It just so happens that bosses are super, super weak to that attack. So if you can... It's difficult to get through stage 6-3 with that, but if you can bring it to the... You can jump slash into the boss and just kill him like almost immediately with like 1 or 2 attacks. So you're still gonna lose your power-up in between every phase of the boss, so... But the first phase is pretty easy, so... But the second phase, you would lose it. So you'd probably have to play through level 6 3 times. So you would have to practice level 6 enough to be able to play through it 3 times. But once you learn it, it's not that bad. It's something that you can definitely learn. So it's doable. Beating Ninja Gaiden legit without using save states is definitely very doable. I actually have a stream of myself beating it that you could check out if you want, saved under highlights. Sorry, my talking is not the best today. I might be feeling a little bit tired. I just got back from a long convention, Otakon in Baltimore. That was last weekend. It's the final convention of the summer, though, so conventions are finally over. Oh, I better not forget about where I fucked up last time. So, as we can see here, down below me is the earlier part of the level where you really don't want to fall. So there's one little pit there. I guess that's it. There's also some secrets inside the blocks you can find with these holy waters. Not necessarily mandatory to find them, but some clues you really need if you try to play through the game blind. Hey, Mr. Leo, what's up? How was what, Agnes Murphy? Sorry, I missed. What was that question in relation to? Oh, you're asking about Otakon. In terms of like financially, like in terms of me making money, it was really good. It usually is, and it was about as good as usual. I sold a whole bunch of books, and you know I generally enjoyed myself, although the hours are very long. Anyway, so right here, this is like a treasure room. You need to use the oak stake here. You use it like a normal Castlevania was an up and B, like so. You fire it at that orb, almost a Metroid-like. The orb you have to reveals an item, and that is Dracula's rib. Each of the items you need to get, there's 5 of them, 5 Dracula's body parts, each of them have, well, most of them have a specific use, kind of like in Metroid, where you go around finding items and then they allow you to reach other areas, sort of like that. So what I just got was the rib. It's actually one of the more useful items, Dracula's rib. You can use it as a shield. So it's the one that people would tend to walk around with. Wonderful! What a wonderful night for some Castlevania. I agree. Always. You know, I love this game. Actually, I just really love this game. Its flaws aside. Hey, Mario Bros. What's up? Thank you. I'm glad you liked the game choice. Yeah, you know, I mean, I primarily do conventions to make money. I mean, that's like my major source of income is doing conventions. I don't really do them for fun. It's not really like the way most people do conventions. I go there to sell stuff. But it's not that I don't have fun. I have a little bit of fun. Probably the most fun I have is like going out to eat afterwards, because we get to eat some nice food. You bought a book, did you, Tsurugi? Well, for the last Kickstarter, I did 8 and 9 at the same time. So 9 is already out. Yeah, I guess the next one would be 10. And that might be... I guess 10 would probably be out, like, next year? Okay, now I need to remember where to go next. I have the heart, and I have the rib. I believe the third mansion is accessed from the ferryman. to the left of the starting village, so that's where I'm heading right now. The Kickstarter? I wasn't talking about the Kickstarter, no. Oh, you see that? My shield just did something for me. You know, I have to say the Castlevania II, it's a very lenient game. I kind of wish it were harder, but on the other hand, it's a really nice game for streaming because I feel absolutely no pressure to like pay attention to what's happening in the game. Like, I could be knocked off into the water, killed by these guys, and it doesn't matter. So it's great for actually being able to like keep up with chat. So I'm only really half paying attention to what's going on. Of course, having a good weapon helps too. We don't have to whip these guys a million times. If I can make out to NecoCon this year? I wasn't planning to go to NecoCon. The amount of conventions I can do is somewhat limited. You know, I try to... I try to go to the big conventions. But even just going to, like, the big anime conventions, and that's, like, 10 or 12 conventions a year, that still feels like a lot sometimes, you know, because that's one a month. And, you know, going to a convention is a big hassle. It's a lot of work, honestly. I mean, a lot of times it's either like a really long plane ride or a really long car drive. Going to Otakon, that was in Baltimore, so that was a 12-hour drive there and back. And I did most of the drive myself, which was my choice because Jennifer doesn't really like to drive, and I enjoy driving. It's still, it does take it out of you, you know. And the actual convention itself is a lot of work, very tiring. I don't dislike it, I'm not complaining, but I'm just saying it's tiring, so there's a limit to how many conventions I want to do. I feel like 10 to 12 is a good amount for me. And so I go to most of the big ones. So smaller ones like NecoCon, unless they're closer or the Midwest, and they're reasonably a decent size where I can expect to make, you know, a decent amount of money, I tend to not want to... I think I actually messed up here. You need to have his heart equipped. If you have the heart equipped, this Feria guy will take you to a different location, and I have the rib equipped still, so we're gonna go back to the start and reload him. But yeah, tell me where NecoCon is again. Like, where is it? And like, do you happen to know how big it is? I'm gonna select the heart. Let's see. He should give me a different message now. Let me show you the way. And we get the little secret sound, the color's different, so you know that it works. Now, like, this fairy thing, like, knowing to, like, show the heart to the ferryman to get to this different location, that's one of the secrets of this game that is not really well explained. In fact, I've looked at all the clues. Almost everything has a clue of some sort, but this is the one thing that doesn't really have a clue. Like, there's no real clue that tips you into that. There is a clue that references the ferryman. Like, there's something like, I don't remember what it is, but like the ferryman will show the way to like darkness or something. Some weird, obscure clue that doesn't really help you. But I mean, yeah, I mean, as a kid, it's the kind of thing you just kind of figure out through experimentation. You know, you think to yourself, I wonder what the heart does. I can't figure out what it does. It doesn't say in the manual what it does. Well, let me just try having it equipped and doing various stuff, and then you kind of figure it out. Like, it's not that terrible of a puzzle. I mean, it's not really a puzzle. It's just a hidden, obscure thing. I don't think it's that terrible, but definitely for a blind player, it is an obstacle. Well, but I've just kind of spoiled that for you. Where in the Midwest am I? Of course I do not mind you asking. Yeah, you can feel free to ask questions like that. I live in Chicago. Yeah, there is a fan remake with more helpful dialogue. I don't think it's mandatory that you play that version, but I do think that that's a great version to start out with. And if you don't mind seeking it out, Agnes, when you said that you were going to be playing this game for the first time on stream in the near future, you might want to seek that that fan remake ROM. It's a patch. You can probably download it pretty easily. I think there's like a secret clue up there in those blocks. Maybe you can get up from above. May as well get it just for fun. I mean, I know what to do in this game. I know all the secrets, but I kind of like to uncover the clues just for fun. If I remember where they are. St. Louis? Cool. I drive through St. Louis like every year on my way to, what was it again? Oh, probably Texas? Yeah. Yeah, I go through St. Louis every year. Yeah, I don't think you mentioned that. That's cool. I've driven through it, but I don't think I've ever actually, like, hung out in St. Louis. Or at least not that I can recall. Watch the video of the remake? Well, no, I mean, you know, I definitely think you should... The game is worth playing. I would recommend playing through the game for sure. And if you can't get the ROM, you know, just... Now, I know that you can, like, definitely... Maybe you have to be setting in the right pixel, but it should be possible to get down there. I'm sure you can break those blocks. Or maybe there's some trick to this? Oh, I think I know. You gotta jump. That's what it is. So you can get the bottle more of, like, the correct angle. Ah, see? There you go. And then your reward for getting down here is this clue. Place the laurels in a silk bag to bring them to life. So that clue is worthless. That is a worthless clue. Some of the clues are unfortunately worthless. And after the trouble it takes to get that one, I really wish that clue was more worthwhile. Maybe in the fan patch, that clue actually is meaningful. I hope that one is made meaningful, because, like, it takes, like, a little bit of, like, actual ingenuity and puzzle solving to, like, get that clue. It's one of the more clever moments of the game, so it's a shame that you aren't really rewarded for it. But that's just one of the weaknesses of this game. It's still a great game, you know, it's still an awesome game, but there are things about it that definitely could be improved, you know? Yeah, I mean, playing the original is fine, too. You can always just allow hints whenever you get stuck. And that works fine, too. I think there's another clue over here, I think. Seems like it. I mean, it's very suspicious. Even if I didn't know about this, I would be like, yeah, this looks like something. Yeah, let's see what this is. Wait for a soul with a red crystal on Deborah Cliff. Now that clue right there is one of the most important clues in the game. If you didn't find that, you would have no idea what to do with that red crystal, and you'd be just completely screwed. Very, very important. Do I still have hearts? Not sure if I lost them when did I continue recently? No, I guess I had enough. Oh, I have a lot of hearts. Surprising. Anyway, got my steak I need so I can get the third item. So as I said, there's 5 items you need to get. Shortly I'm going to have 3. Let's see. 4th and 5th, I believe you have to go through Deborah Cliff first. Oh, I still have to get the red crystal. I don't exactly remember where that is. But I think it's in a town somewhere to the left of this mansion, maybe. I'm not completely sure. I'll figure it out, though. If I remember correctly, this is one of the mansions that should have a boss, too. Another weird oddity about this game, the bosses are optional. Yeah, it's the Grim Reaper, I thought so. This is an optional boss, you can just run under him, like so. As you can see, I just run under him. No need to kill him, you can just ignore him. Come over here, get the item. Now, possess. Also, you gotta love the typos. You now possess. That's a very famous typo. I don't know if the shield can block his size, but I don't think so. Let's see. Let's go with fire for him. I want to be careful not to get knocked back through that door, because I'll lose all my damage on him. So killing him gets you an item. It's, for some reason, possess is spelled correctly there. You now possess the golden knife. Right. I think I actually skipped the silver knife. The knives are not really that useful. They do use up hearts, and hearts are money, so you don't really want to be using items early in the game. Once you get to past a certain point where you have the best equipment, then you can kind of use them willy-nilly. But still not super useful. Not as useful as in other Castlevanias. Belmont don't have no time for death. Well, I mean, I'm a completionist. I kind of like to get all the items anyway, just to get them. So I'm going to kill the boss anyway. And I want to show you guys as much of the game as I can. But definitely, it's really weird that the bosses are optional like that. I do think that's a strange choice. Probably it was done that way for technical limitations, like... I don't know exactly how that would work, but somehow they couldn't quite figure out how to make it so that it would work like a normal boss fight. I don't know, because of the structure of the game. And this is one of the earliest games of its type, so... I wonder if you can get this oak stick and take it to the 4th mansion. May as well spend my heart since I've got plenty of them. I'm not sure if that works or not. What's through this door again? Oh yeah, I think... Is that the way I need to go? Or can I go back this way? What's up here? Is there a clue up here? There's a quick kill for death. If you use holy water when he's at his lowest point, it's a one-hit kill. Really? Did not know that. That's probably one of those things you learn from watching speedruns. Oops, there goes all my hearts. And experience. Oh well. I'm not too worried about it. Let's see my levels. I mean, I would like to gain more levels, but... I should try to die a little bit less. Oh, still, that death was probably inevitable, so I'm not too worried about it. Nintendo Power cover for this game, yeah, had Belmont holding Dracula's head. I do remember that. I'm going to use this little thing, this secret over here for a shortcut. This will be a little shortcut here. Ah, go away. That was an awesome cover. I do remember that. I do remember that cover. You know, I love Nintendo Power. I had a subscription, I had all the magazines, and it's really sad because I have no idea what happened to them. Like, I think I actually lost all of them. Or they might have been given away. I think that's probably what happened, but it makes me really sad because I'd love to go back and, like, look through those again. And I know that you can, like, look them up online and kind of, like, browse through them, but it's not the same as having them, you know? I wish I still had my Nintendo Powers. Like, I had the strategy guides for, like, Final Fantasy and the 4-player guide. I wish I still had that stuff. You lost your Nintendo Powers when you joined the army? Okay, now, let's try going to the left here. I think, if I remember correctly, there is something over here. Like an item. Oh yeah, there's a trick to these blocks, too. You want to jump when they're moving up, not down. If you jump when they're moving up, you get a boost to your jump height. If you jump when they're moving down, you do not, and you will most likely miss the jump. Although for this one, for that jump, you don't want the boost. But for these jumps, you do. But that's something that took me a little while to figure out as a kid. I was probably kind of aggravating. This is one of those little mechanics things that you just need to pay attention to and, like, figure out. Ah, birds. Just as annoying as in the other Castlevania games. You used to cut up your Nintendo Powers to make video game collages? That's kind of cool. Kind of sad to waste the Nintendo Powers like that, but also kind of cool at the same time. You had fun, but it sucks that you destroyed it. Exactly. Also weird, I think this might be the only Castlevania game where the Medusa heads behave differently. So this is a cliff that it mirrors Deborah Cliff. When I was a kid, I was really confused because for some reason I was sure that this was Deborah Cliff. And so I tried doing everything to get to use the red crystal here. And I just could not figure it out. For some reason, it did not occur to me to try it at the other matching cliff. I don't know why. It should have. But it's the one thing I had to actually use a strategy guide for in this game. So as a kid, I was not able to beat this game blind. That makes me a little sad. I got close. I figured out the ferryman without hints. Aw. Give me that big heart. When he's low on the floor, makes the game consider him drowned. Oh, interesting. That's just a little way to trick the game. That's cool. I like stuff like that. I'm gonna try to not die here, because I would like to save my experience. Which I have 61 right now. I'm not sure, it takes a lot to get a level, but still. I would kind of like to gain levels. Levels are really not important in this game. All they do is they give you more health. They may increase your defense. Like, maybe it makes it so that you take less damage from certain enemies, but I'm not sure. Someone might know that. I can't remember if that's true or not. Have I seen the ROM hack that alters the game to be a little less frustrating? Yes. Well, I've seen it. I haven't played it. I mean, I feel no need to have it because the day-to-night transitions don't really bother me at all. And I already know, like, where to go. I don't really need better clues, so... Like, I don't feel a real need to have that, but I think it's cool that it exists. I'm just playing the original version of this game. Which I think is, like, for streaming it is cooler anyway, because I like to show off, like, what the game actually was like. I think that's cooler. Okay, so this town here, I believe this is where the Morning Star was sold, if I remember correctly. So I've been here before. Yeah, I had the Morning Star. But I can't remember if the red crystal... The red crystals would either be in this town or if there's another town to the left, I can't remember. So let's hang out in this town for a little bit and then explore it. I can, like, farm up some more hearts while I wait. But, I mean, I do think that ROM hack is cool, you know? So, yeah, let's go over what that changes. It changes the night-to-day transition. Some people are annoyed by the slow speed of the text when the game changes from night to day. Personally, that does not bother me. I kind of don't... And I almost kind of see a good point to that, in that it kind of makes the day-to-night transitions feel more of an event in a way, although I don't know if that justifies it, but anyway, I don't really mind that, but some people kind of nitpick that. And then it also changes some of the clues to make them more helpful, which I would like to actually do a comparison of the text. I'm wondering, like, what clues it adds. As I was saying before, I think the one thing that's not at all explained anywhere in the game is the ferryman. The fact that you have to show the heart to the ferryman. So I believe that's spelled out. It may, in fact, I feel like I think I have looked at it before. I think it may actually spell things out a little too much, because, like, it could still... I think it would still be cool for the game to... oh, this might be the red crystal guy right here. Nice. Okay, good. So we found him. He was easy to find. Let's see. I still need to find the silver dagger somewhere. And I had... What? And then there's that silk bag that lets you carry more stuff. That should be around here somewhere. Maybe it's to the left. I don't think there's anything else in the town that's important, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave. So what else? Does it change anything else? I can't remember. I think that's it. Just those little minor things. Not really that much has to be changed about the game. Ah, you can see here. This is a useful part for the ribs, the rib shield. It doesn't actually reflect anything if you're whipping though. You have to be standing still because the shield is not out while you're moving or while you're attacking. But that's fair. Kind of like to try to not die. Okay, so I think if we go down, that takes us to an optional area. There might be an item I can get. Not... Oh, there's a secret floor there. Forgot about that. There might be another one, as I thought. Try to not fall on that pink ooze. Yeah, this graveyard, if I remember correctly, there is a dude here you can meet. Oh, I died. Damn. Oh, this is my last life, I think? Okay, I'd like to not die anymore. I want to keep my experience. A couple of extra symbols have been added to the font, including arrows and ampersands make the sign a lot more concise. Ah, so just little minor touch-up type things. Okay, so... Yeah, do you think you drop garlic in this graveyard? Let's try it. I don't remember exactly where you have to be standing. Let's try it on the left. Oh, there he is. I'll give you a silk bag. Now, that guy is optional. You do not need to find him. What he does is he gives you a silk bag, which I believe lets you carry either more laurels or more garlic. So, not really that important. But there is actually a legit clue that clues you into him, I believe. And I mean in the original game, not just the fan translation, fan patch. Oh, I see. From the website. Thank you, Mr. Leo. You replace his face with a vampire graphic from the password screen. Oh, Dracula's face. Ah, he's with Rita. That's interesting. I don't want to die. Let's use a laurel. It actually lets you move through these swamps, like, and not be slowed down. Just kind of. It's almost like the rusted ring from Dark Souls. Now, I would really like to not die. Maybe I'll go back to the town that I was in before and try to heal. I don't know if I can get up here, though. Let's see. Maybe I can use an item? Maybe the diamond would actually work? I don't know. You can't seem to use items when you're on stairs in this game. Oh, there we go. I don't think this is gonna work. Well, let's just use another laurel. These guys make me nervous, because they're hard to hit. Alright. I want it to become daylight again so I can get healed up. Let's try to find where that priest will be. Stairs are Belmont's true nemesis. For some reason it seems a little harder to use items in this game, particularly on stairs, than the others. Not sure why that is. I hope this isn't one of those weird towns without a priest, because that would be a real bummer. Oh yeah, here's where the priest will be. Now let's just wait. In the meantime, let's review my progress here. We've got 3 body parts. Need 2 more. The next thing I have to do is get to Deborah's Cliff. Use the red crystal. That's what that clue was talking about earlier. As for how you would know that that's Deborah's Cliff, I believe the sign in one of the towns tells you, like it says, there's an arrow and it says Deborah's Cliff. So that's how you know. I actually almost figured that out as a kid. It might be this town, but I can't remember if there's one other town in between this and the next and the cliff or not. Sure would be nice if this game like had some sort of way to change from night to day. Like you could go to an inn and rest or something. Or a magical timepiece item. That would be useful. Some of these items are really... Like, another weakness of this game, some of the items are not really that useful, you know? Like the daggers, not really all that useful. So by the way, if you are new here, I do take requests. I'm not sure. I was sort of thinking I might finish this game today, but if somebody wants me to play something else, I don't have to. I mean, it won't take that long to finish it, but right now nobody's requested anything else. So if you would like to request a game, your game can be the next game I play after this. And right now I'm taking requests for any NES, Genesis, TurboGrafx 16, or arcade game. Let's see what this sign here says. Oops, I did not want to use that. Oh well. It's kind of a waste, but that's okay. How do you read this sign? Can I not? Oh, there we go. Dead River left for the Saddam Woods. Okay, so Deborah Cliff must be farther off. There must be like another town in between here. The diamond is actually pretty good for killing those things. How many hearts does that use? 2? Yeah, I might want to make more use of items from now on if I want to, like, stop myself from dying. I'd like to try to save up some experience and, like, get another level. Just for fun. It's not really necessary, but I just like to do things in games because I can. Ah. Look at all that damage I took. Oh, the flame is probably the better thing to use against these guys. Actually, the flame is great against these guys. Wow. And here I was thinking that the flame was kind of useless. But it's actually awesome against those slimes. Alright, I can heal myself again. That's good. So Deborah Cliff is probably to the left of this town. I don't remember what's in this town. Maybe the Morningstar was. Probably was. I'm gonna see if I can find a merchant that'll sell me more laurels to replace the ones I used up. You're just what I was looking for. Yes, why thank you. So now I have 3. I'd like more. How many can I get now? 5. With the silk bag, I guess I can probably get 8. 7. I can do one more purchase. Yep, that's my max, 8. At this point in the game, I have the Morning Star, which is the best weapon you can buy. Hearts are not really that useful anymore, except for buying stuff like the Laurels. So may as well spend them all on Laurels. There's not a lot else to do with money. The final whip upgrade does not need to be purchased, it can be found. So, other than that, I don't think there's really... I can buy garlic, but there's not a whole lot else that you need to buy in this game. Because healing at the priest is free. I guess this was a dead end. Take my daughter, please. I should try talking to more of these guys. They say some really wacky stuff. Take my daughter, please. Let's see, what's here? This might be the Morning Star. Let's check. I'll take another one. Oh, not enough? Okay. I believe you can actually downgrade your whip if you accidentally buy a weaker version. You probably shouldn't. If you do that, it's your own fault, because you should be able to tell by the price, like, whether the whip is better than yours, but still, the game will let you do it. I like the old woman who asked you to live with her. Oh yeah. I don't remember where she... A lot of people say, like, wacky stuff in this game. As a rule, the villagers are not very helpful. All the useful clues come from, like, hidden clues inside blocks. Oh, I wanted to read this sign. This is probably the one that tells you about Deborah Cliff. Turn right for Saddam Woods, left for the Jam Wasteland. Jam Wasteland. Oh, these guys actually take, like, more than one hit to kill. That's how you know these are, like, some strong motherfuckers. Even my Morning Star can't kill them in one hit. Oh, I remember actually farming this area. Like, the last time I played, I farmed this area in order to buy this Morning Star. And I remember these guys were taking, like, 8 hits to kill with, like, my previous weapon. Anyway, don't need to play around with them too much. So here's Deborah Cliff. I guess... That's funny, I could have sworn there's something in the game somewhere that tells you this is Deborah Cliff. I don't remember how I know that. I could have sworn there was, because when I was a kid, somehow I knew that this was... Or maybe I just assumed it was because it's a cliff. Anyway, like the clue says, you gotta use the red crystal and you gotta kneel here. It's similar to what you have to do with the blue crystal. Kneel at an ocean, which there's a clue that tells you about that too. Doing that makes this little whirlwind appear, and it takes you to a part of the game that would otherwise be inaccessible. So this is mandatory. You have to do this. It's one of the things that stumps people. Stumped me as a kid. And this right here is the 4th mansion. I believe it would be the 4th one. So I believe that means it has Dracula's nail in it. I might actually... It may be better to go hunt down the Flame Whip before doing this mansion, but since I'm here, I'll just go ahead and do it first. What, DJ Sarugi, that happened to you? You, like, accidentally replaced your better whip with the worst whip? Haha. That did not happen to me. I was able to figure it out. But I could see how that could happen to some people. Gotta pay attention to the price. People forget that the original Castlevanias were very tongue-in-cheek. It's true, they are a bit tongue-in-cheek. Almost like Abbott and Costello-like. I was talking to somebody earlier, like, about Castlevania, about how, like, he appreciated how the games are, like, very tongue-in-cheek, very, humorous. Like... the equivalent of like Abbott and Costello kind of comedic monster movie type trope kind of thing. And I like that too. But I think the atmosphere, what I really like about these games is a little bit different from that. The atmosphere is, although it does have a little bit of that tongue-in-cheek kind of feeling to it, it also, the atmosphere is just really cool. Mostly thanks, I mean, almost entirely thanks to the incredible soundtrack that these games have. Oh hey, I leveled up! Sweet! Oops, I just accidentally clicked on something I shouldn't have. Sorry, hold on a second. There's a pop-up for the GeForce experience. Yeah, so my experience went back down to 0 and I'm at level 3. Now I can die, and in fact I probably should die on purpose now. I don't have that many. Well, I should probably save my hearts. I need to buy a steak for this. Oh wait, no, I don't need to buy a steak. I already have a steak. Yeah, I should probably die on purpose now, so I can get my lives back. Where are you supposed to go in this? Oh, secret. That's where you're supposed to go. These guys do very little damage. Look at that. You'd think they would be stronger. I'm gonna try to take damage on purpose now, because I want to die at this point. Dying will allow me to reset my amount of lives without any penalty. And the sooner I die, the better. I'd lose less hearts that way. Oh, there we go. There's the secret. I wonder which way I'm supposed to go here. Oh, this has got to be the body part. I guess it's good that I bought that steak ahead of time, because now I don't have to like mess with the steak guy. It'll probably save me some time in this level. It's probably a good shortcut. So I'm guessing to the left would be the steak guy, and to the right is the body part. GeForce Castlevania II driver update. I know. Damn it, Castlevania 2, always updating me about my drivers. I just want to play the game. The most recent ones seem too edgy, the ones where you play as Dracula. Do you mean like the Lords of Shadow Castlevanias? I just hate those. Hate them. Did I miss something down here? It feels weird that this would be a dead end down here. Which is the way to go? Oh, hey! There's a little fun little secret. I love it when you can like get outside the level. Oh, this is the steak guy for this level. Can you buy more than one steak? I'm not sure if I just wasted my money by doing that. Anyway, I guess I was wrong. I guess to the left was the body part and to the right is the steak guy. I'm kind of glad that I did that though, because I think I'm glad I didn't miss the part where you go outside the level, because I think that's kind of neat. Well, I mean, I'd still be interested in this series if they could make good ones, you know, but yeah, the Lords of Shadow games, besides just not being very good games, they totally took the series in like a terrible direction. I mean, making them more like God of War games is the completely wrong direction to take Castlevania. We don't need more like crappy God of War clones, so we really don't need more of those. You know? And the soundtrack, the style of the soundtrack was all wrong. I mean, I'd rather play Castlevania 64 than Lords of Shadow games. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about streaming Castlevania 64 at some point. So I actually don't think that game is that bad. I actually kind of enjoy that game. Yeah, Koji Igarashi didn't want to do his own thing. He's doing Bloodstained, which is fine. You know, I mean, Bloodstained looks cool, and if that game is going to be the successor for Castlevania, then I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Yeah, Devil May Cry does that genre better. I agree. What's over here? Is this the dead end? That would suck. Oh, no. There's another secret. Cool. The demo for Bloodstained? I haven't tried it yet. I should try it. Like, I should try streaming it. Anyway, that mission wasn't too difficult. Wait, did I? Yeah, okay, I got it. Alright, I got the nail. The nail lets you break blocks with your whip rather than having to use the holy water. I think it's necessary in a couple of places, but not really all that useful of an item. Okay, now I don't remember exactly where to go from here. Oh, this is, oh yeah, this is the place where you're supposed to use the blue crystal. I wonder if it works from the other side. Let's try it. I don't remember. I don't think it does. If it did, it would kind of screw you over. Oh, it does work. Oh, wait, is this... This is actually a different area? Because it's like flipped, it's reversed. Oh, this is a different area. Oops. Oh, no, wait, that's good. I wanted to die. That's fine. Get my lives back. I lost some hearts, but it's not a big deal. Hearts are not a big deal right now. So that's good. Okay, this is how you get to the Flame Whip area. This is where you get the Flame Whip, the strongest whip in the game. I don't remember exactly where it is, but it's around here somewhere. The same trick with like letting you jump high off these things works with these things. Let's see, I think you can probably break these. Ah, yes. Maybe the Flame Whip's in here? This seems right. I'll give you a Morning Star. Power to burn away evil. Now, you might think you can come here early and get the Flame Whip early, but you need the Morning Star first. He trades the Morning Star for the Flame Whip, so you still need to like save up the 200 hearts that it takes to buy that Flame Whip, or the Morning Star, before you can come here. But now I have the Cool Whip, the strongest whip in the game, and pretty nice. Yeah, I actually love the Devil May Cry games. I hate that Western one. That I despise that, and Devil May Cry 2 not so good, but the rest of them are good games. And I played 1 and 3 extensively. I've beaten that Devil May Cry 1 like on Dante Must Die mode. Haven't beaten Devil May Cry 3 on Dante Must Die mode because I find that game to be harder, but it's a really fun game. One of these days I should stream that. Because it's still, honestly, one of the best action games ever made. Although I like Bayonetta a little bit more. I don't think there's anything up there, so let's go to the left. Last Castlevania you really enjoyed was Symphony of the Night. Really? That's, I mean, so you didn't like any of the, did you play any of the portable ones? Because I think a lot of the portable ones were really good, actually. Let's go back to using the shield, I think. I don't remember if there's anything over here where I'm going. This might just be a dead end. Ooh. Oh yeah, I mean there's just so many games that I would like to stream. There's so many. Bayonetta got angels right. Oh, hey, it's the swamp. I guess we'll cross the swamp. Still not sure if I'm going the right way or not. Anyway, this is what I bought laurels for. So, may as well use them. Oh hey, Spammer. Hello, Spammer. Try to keep moving. You haven't played any of the mobile ones? You haven't had a chance? Well, I would recommend them. Oh, hey, we found the 5th mansion. That's good. It went the right way after all. So, we're making good progress. This is the final mansion in the game. After this, it's only the last level, Dracula's Castle. Which is a short level, surprisingly. And Dracula himself as the final boss is also quite easy, surprisingly, for a Castlevania game. Although none of the bosses in this game are, like, particularly difficult. Yeah, I would definitely recommend playing all the portable Castlevanias. They range from good to awesome, you know. I don't think any of them are quite as good as Symphony of the Night. That's probably the best of the Igarashi Castlevanias, but there's some of them that are almost as good. Portrait of Ruin. No, not Portrait of Ruin. What's that one? Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow. Those are probably the best ones. But I like Circle of the Moon a lot as well. And Order of Ecclesia is good. So there have been some good Castlevania games since Symphony of the Night, if you feel like catching up with them. And some of the 3D ones are not bad either. Ponyvania? I don't know what Ponyvania is. You'll have to enlighten me about that. Is that like a Metroid, Metroid-like game with My Little Pony? I know that you're kind of a pony fan. I don't remember where to go in this mansion at all. I have no memory of it. Let's try going up here. I'm just kind of going around randomly right now because I really don't know. Oh, we found him. That was quick. Well, now I know for sure that I wasted those hearts when I bought a second oak stake. You cannot have more than one oak stake. It'll let you waste the money on it. It will not let you have it. It's a custom Castlevania game with ponies. When you say custom, do you mean like an independent game? Or is it a mod of a currently existing Castlevania game? Well, what do you mean by that exactly? Hey, this is a fun time to whip out the daggers. I like to make use of the items whenever I can, you know. It's just fun to, make use of them. It's nice that the gold dagger leaves that explosion behind that will, kill anything. It basically kills anything in one hit. Oh, that was bad. I was supposed to jump there. Now I'm gonna have to go all the way back around. Yeah, I remember that part now. That sent me back, a ways. It's an indie game, okay. I don't know anything about it, I haven't heard about that one. Is it any good? You said you enjoyed it, right? Oh, you said you played it, you didn't say that you enjoyed it. For all I know, you might have hated it. But I would assume that you did not. I mean, it's a really common genre now, there's all kinds of Metroid-like games. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but I prefer to not use the term Metroidvania. I don't like that term. I don't really get it. Even the person who coined that term doesn't like that term, by the way. I mean, I think just Metroid-like is a much more sensible term, because, after all, these games originated with Metroid, so Metroid should get the credit, you know? I don't see why we need to give special credit to Castlevania Symphony of the Night. You know, they're Metroid-likes. It's just like roguelikes, you know? A similar sort of term just makes sense to me. So I prefer to say Metroid-likes. But of course you can say whatever you want. The game isn't finished. Okay, here we have the second boss of the game. I forget what she's called. Lady Camissa or something like that? Pretty easy boss. You just kind of can sit there and duck under the fireballs, then hit her when she's moving around. See if you can find a weapon that'll do some additional damage to her. The one thing you want to be careful of is to make sure to not get pushed out the door by these fireballs, because that will make you have to restart the battle. And that would definitely be annoying. I think the gold dagger probably does a ton of damage to her. And for that we get the cross. You now possess the magic cross. I don't remember what that does. Yeah, I don't remember what the cross does at all. If anybody remembers what the cross does, feel free to tell me. I'm curious. I'm not sure if that's an item you need or not. Is it like Zelda 2, where that reveals an invisible enemy, or... So the body part that I just got was not a body part at all. It's Dracula's ring. Yeah, she respawns. Killing her again doesn't actually get you anything, I don't believe. Camilla. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that sounds correct. Uh-oh. Oh, couldn't quite make it over the deadly thing of spikes. Oh, there goes half my life points. Oh. I'm gonna lose all my experience. I don't have that much, so it's not a huge deal, but... Finally. What does this guy do? I beg of you to take these laurels? Oh. He gives you free laurels. It's kinda nice. I don't know if it's worth coming over here for that, but... Especially since I already had max laurels. If I'd known that, I would have used laurels to get here. You have to have the cross to enter the castle. Without it, you can't. Ah, so it's just one more additional item you need. In addition to the 5 body parts. I see. So nothing really too exciting about the cross. It's kind of a shame. Seems like a redundant item, you know? Oh, why did I jump back down there? That was stupid. Well, let's use a laurel. Can you go across spikes with laurels, I wonder? Oh, you can. That's useful then. Didn't realize that that was what was down there, but I should have. I should have realized that. Okay, so you can't get back up from here, huh? I guess you've got to go back... Wait. Oh, you've got to go through here and then back up and around. Oh, I see. You know another game that I want to stream and beat on stream is a game that I love for NES is Kid Icarus. I was watching somebody play Kid Icarus the other day and it was making me very nostalgic. It's a game I've beaten multiple times, but I haven't beaten on stream. And I feel like I haven't truly beaten the game if I haven't streamed myself beating it. I know it's weird to say, but it's just the way I feel. Yeah, it's a great, great game. And I love the original Metroid, too. I love both Metroid and Kid Icarus. They kind of feel like games that are brother and sister to each other because of how similar they are. And I just love the feel of both of those games. So just something about the way they're made that is really cool. Although it might surprise you to hear this, but I think between the two I might actually prefer Kid Icarus. It's not a slight against Metroid, it's just how much I like Kid Icarus. I feel like there's a clue somewhere in this mansion that I haven't discovered. But, oh well. We'll just have to do without it. Okay, so we have all 5 body parts. Now, I forget what's to the left here. Let's check. Another swamp? We don't want to go that way. Because there can't be anything good that way. It probably goes back towards, like... I think if you keep going that way, you get back to the part where, like, the first body of water is, that you duck down and you go down to, like, another mansion. If I remember correctly. And it's a one-way path, and I think there's no point in going that way. So let's not go that way. I believe Dracula's castle is to the right here. Uh-oh. Where do I go? Oh, you can... Oh, that's right. You can go through there. Whoops. Not what I meant to do. What a horrible night to have a curse. It always is. Oh man, we're gonna finish Castlevania II. So exciting! I never found out where the silver knife was. It's the only item in the game I don't have. And also, I think isn't there another like bag type item you can get for the garlic? I think there's things in this game that like I've missed. I don't where is the... Oh, these guys are mean. Don't want to die, really. Want to keep my experience. That would be my preference, anyway. Uh-oh. Ooh, bad situation. Stupid Medusa head. Oh, a town. Okay, good. I can recover my life, hopefully. Left for the wicked ditch, right to go north. I like how the right is just a direction. Alright, let's see if there's a priest in this town somewhere. This might be the final town before... Oh, there it is. This might be the final town before Dracula. So that means I'm going to be done with this game pretty soon. So that means I'm going to need a request for a game. I can always just pick my own game, but if anyone would like to request a game, feel free to do so in the chat. Just type the name of a game you'd like to see me play, and it could be, as the title says, NES, Genesis. I'm not taking Super Nintendo yet. I still need to be prepared for that. Whoops. Good thing these guys don't do too much damage. But NES, Genesis, TurboGrafx 16, or any arcade game. And I have most TurboGrafx CD games as well. Although not all. So, if you would like to request anything, go right ahead. If you don't, if nobody wants to request anything, if you just want to watch me play a game that I want to play, then I will pick something. And if that's the case, I might play Kid Icarus, maybe? It's true, this was yours from a previous stream, wasn't it, DJ Survey? I had forgotten that. Yeah, that's why I started playing this game originally. Because of you. Thank you. It doesn't have to be good games. You can request bad games if you want to. I'm fine with that. These guys give experience 179. Let's see. I think they give very little. Oh, no, they give me 3. 182. That guy gave me nothing. I guess they only give you experience sometimes. It's weird. Be nice to level up one more time before Dracula. Maybe I should go in a little, like, grinding run. Dun, dun. Let's try talking to the people in this town. I bet they're gonna have some fun things to say. The cross in Laruba's mansion must be found. So there's a clue that is telling you that if you don't have the cross, you can't finish the game. Oh, thanks, Paradingo. Hey, you noticed. You're the first person to actually notice my haircut. Thank you. Gotta cut him sometimes. You upset the people. Now get out of town. Some villagers are just mean to you. What's this guy have to say? Get back! He's got nothing to say. Totally useless. How are you doing today, Paradingo? Want to request any games? I don't have any requests yet, so... You could be first.
After Castlevania, I warned you not to return. That guy's weird, because he's implying that you've been to this town before. So, like, did the first Castlevania take place around this town? You know? I guess we are close to the actual castle, so... Which is supposed to be the same castle as Castlevania 1's castle, so... I guess that must be the case. Ugh. I want to like find more like laurels or garlic before I finish. I wish I remembered where the silver dagger. Maybe you buy it somewhere. I wonder where that silver dagger was. Probably you buy it. Let's see. Okay, I need one more purchase of laurels. Will be enough, or maybe I'll get one more. Nah, I'll save my hearts. Got 7 now. Dingo sounds like he has a request. These guys don't really seem to give a lot of experience. In fact, they give almost nothing. Let's try going back to the left. I want to grind a little bit more for fun. Street Fighter II Alpha. Oh, hey, here comes Apollo with the request. American Gladiators. Dingo, what's first? Oh, do you mean okay, so Street Fighter II Alpha for Super Nintendo. Well, I didn't say I was taking Super Nintendo requests, but that's only because I don't have every ROM. However, I might have that, so I might be able to do that for you. I'll check to see if I have that one. If I do, then I'll play it. Let's see, those guys have got to give... No? Nothing from those guys? No, I'm at 191. 196. Ooh. Yeah, those guys give good experience. I didn't say Super Nintendo, but I will accept it, since I do happen to have that. The only reason I'm not listing Super Nintendo as part of the request thing yet is because I have an incomplete set of ROMs. I need to fix that. But I should be set for those soon. Yeah, so I'll try to do Street Fighter Alpha 2. I'll check to see if I have it. Afterwards, I will do American Gladiators for NES. I assume you mean the NES version. If there's another version, I'm not aware of it. That was cool, I reflected that fireball back. These mummies not give experience? Oh, I guess they do. It's weird how the enemies, like, inconsistently give experience. And yes, okay, I figured. Oh, okay, that's cool, Apollo. It's okay if you want to lurk. Nothing wrong with that. What a horrible night for a curse. I wonder if that means I'll get more experience from these guys. $248. I wonder how much you need to get to level, what is it? 4? Oh, now they take 2 hits. $249. $249 still. $249. Oh, these guys got faster. $249 still annoying. $249. Oh, there we go. We got. Oh, look how big my health bar is now. It's awesome. Level 4. Anybody know what the max level is in this game? I'm just kind of curious because I know I've never gotten it before. Well, that's enough for me. I'm going to stop grinding now. It's certainly not at all necessary. It does seem like leveling up also increases your defense, because it seems like these enemies are doing less damage to me now. I don't think it increases your damage, though. I think only upgrading your whip will increase your damage. Interesting to learn things about this game after all these years. There's things that I never really understood about this game. When I was playing this game as a kid, I never understood that there was even a leveling system. I had no idea. Like, I think I leveled up one time and I had no idea what was going on. It was just like, what's happening? Why am I flashing? What does that sound mean? And I never figured it out. You want to change your game, Paradingo? Oh, sure. You can do that. That's fair. Level 6? Oh, interesting. Well, we don't need to do that. Contraforce. Cool, cool. That's a cool request. One of the more lackluster Konami games, but still not a bad game. Not a bad game. Ow. So Dracula's castle is down. To the right, I believe there's like a massive poison swamp with absolutely no point. There's a very weird invisible ladder, or not an invisible staircase at the end of it, which I could show you guys, but it's just not... Oh, did I just use 2 laurels? What the fuck? I'm dumb. Anyway, but there's just no point in going... I don't think there's anything over there at all. Apparently it's not a Contra game at all. They just slapped the name. Yeah, that's true. It was going to originally have a different name, and then they just decided to rename it Contra for America. It doesn't really feel like a Contra game. Turn right for Vrad Graveyard, left for the Dora Woods. I'm sure that was meant to be Vlad Graveyard, because Vrad doesn't make any sense. I think this is the final town before Dracula. If I recall correctly, like, it's normally abandoned except for, like, one person. Let's see if we can find him. Yeah. I love the color palette here, how it's all gray. It makes it feel more abandoned. I think that's cool. Guess there's nothing in this house. Okay, so who was first then? I was gonna do Contraforce first and then American Gladiators. Okay. Let me just write that down so I don't forget. Contraforce, Paradingo, American Gladiators, Apollo. Okay. Got that now. Guess I'll put Kid Icarus off for another time. American Gladiator, I remember watching TMR play that game. That game seems pretty weird, but it's not the worst game in the world. Actually, I'll be interested to try playing it and see what it's just like. Let's live here together. I think that's the only guy left in this town. I do think it's really cool how there's this abandoned town with like one lone person left. Also, this might be the only screen in the game with graveyards that are actually tangible and solid that you need to jump over. Because I don't remember seeing that any place else in the game. That actually writes down requests. Why? What do the other people do? Do they like all have like... They probably all have like fancy things that you like input, like automated things like lists and fancy stuff like that. If I recall correctly, you need to have the ring equipped to go through these to make this jump. Let's test it out. Heart? No. Eyeball? No. Nail? Nope. You can whip the blocks with the nail, though. And what if you're wearing the ring? Oh. I guess you just need to have the nail to do this. I don't think the nail will work, though, unless you have all 5 body parts. And probably you need the cross to do that as well. That's the barrier that prevents you from getting to Dracula's castle, like, before you have all the proper items. Anyway, I believe we are now to Dracula's castle. Yeah, here we go. This is supposed to be the remains of the castle from Castlevania 1. If you, like, look closely at the graphics of this stage, notice how those pillars kind of make the area, like the stage look like the entrance stage from Castlevania 1, like the first level where the zombies are roaming around. It kind of looks like that, but like more run down. I love the music in this stage. The music in this stage is just amazing. Man. So good. No enemies in this stage, which I think is a nice touch. It kind of makes it feel creepy and abandoned, which I think is cool. It really goes along with the music. It's unfortunate that Dracula turns out to be such a pushover as a boss, though. I really wish he was more... I wish this game had more of a presence of bosses, like actual bosses. That might be the biggest flaw of this game, honestly, is the lack of real bosses. Though I suppose being a more exploration-based game, it kind of doesn't need it, but it would still have been really cool to have real bosses. Alright, we're about to face Dracula. Let's equip... I don't know, the ring, just for bling factor, and the dagger. Oh no, let's use Laurel's. He's super easy, so it's not a big deal either way, but here you go. Final boss time, Dracula. There's not much to this fight. You just kind of basically stand here and whip him. And he dies pretty quick. Let's see what ending we got. There's actually 3 endings to this game. Battle has consummated. If I recall correctly, the endings are actually backwards of what they're supposed to be. Like, the ending that seems like the happiest and best ending occurs when you take the longest amount of time to beat it. And the ending that seems like the crappiest ending happens if you take the shortest amount of time. You'd think it would be the opposite. It's really strange. Now, I think it actually might be a mistake. But this ending here, Dracula's Curse, I didn't really take that long. So this is either the middle ending or the worst. Am I dead? And you, Simon Belmont, will always be remembered. I'm not sure what ending this is for your bravery. One of the cooler endings has Dracula's hand pop out of the ground from that grave right there. But I guess I didn't get that one. Well, it seems like I got the boring ending. Oh, let's see if I have any other endings like in my save states that we can look at real quick. Here, let's try beating him with this one and see if it's a different ending. Thank you, Paulo. I'm only doing this because it's going to be really fast. See, if I were really cool, I would try to have a save state for every ending that I could show off for times like this. But I'm unfortunately not that cool. Am I right that there's 3 endings to this game? Let's try using the dagger this time. Oh hey, I had the silver knife in this playthrough. That's cool. It is hard to be that cool, that's true. 3 endings? I thought so. Yeah, this is still really this is such a cool game. I really think that like people should play through this game. I think it holds up pretty well despite all its flaws. Alright, let's see if we get a different ending now. Ah, we got a different ending. Cool. This might be the bad ending. 7 days or less for a good ending. The encounter with Dracula is terminated. This might be the bad ending, I think. This is the good ending? Oh, okay, cool. So what did I get before? The bad was the great. So I got the bad ending before. Oh, that sucks for me. So this is the good one, huh? Put an end to the eternal darkness in Transylvania. But in the grayscale ending, I lived, didn't I? Blood and sweat have... This is the one with the surprise? Oh, that's... Okay, so that would make this the good ending then. Have penetrated the earth. What does that mean? And will induce magic and happiness for those who walk on this land. Okay. Penetrated the earth, eh? Okay, let's see the surprise. I guess this is kind of a better ending. I know, text speed. It's kind of ridiculous. A little carry moment there. That's cool, though. That's Castlevania II. Great game. Alright, now we're going to move on to, what was it? Oh, Contraforce.